Hey Teresa, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Thanks for preparing this on inflammation. A lot of things actually surprised me.
I know, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, explain something about inflammation because you say that if we get a splinter, for example, we get inflammation, that's part of the immediate healing process that starts.
It
right?
is, yes, and it's basically it helps to keep us healthy. So if you have a bee sting or a splinter, the body goes into the inflammatory response to try and get rid of it, to heal it. The problem is that when we stay in that state and it turns into a chronic inflammation, it can be dangerous.
So what would keep it in a chronic?
Well, a few different factors. Diet can be a factor. Stress is a huge factor, and that's why I have all my lovely holiday issues, because stress is a huge issue these days, and especially during the holidays.
Shopping, family reunions.
Yes,
All
it's huge.
of the above.
It's huge, and stress is the number one chronic inflammation. And diet also, but especially during the holidays, there's a lot of sugar. And
So sugar
is not
causes
good
a
for
lot of inflammation. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes, sugar is a number one no-no on the list. I call it the other white drug.
Okay. Well, wow. So the other thing I was reading here is it contributes to cancer, to heart disease. I could see arthritis and inflammation. And what about the others? Weight gain?
It's pretty amazing. It affects, and like I said, they call it the silent killer because we don't really realize we're in chronic inflammation. We start to have a little ache and pain, we start to have some things, but then when it starts to stay there for a long period of time, it can cause a lot of damage and we don't even see it coming. So we have to really be conscious about our health, about our environment, and about our stress levels. So I wanted to just go, I'll give you one visual which I think is great, is Dr. Weil's anti-inflammatory food pyramid is really good, and I'll show the visual in the video that we have here. It's perfect. It starts from the top of the pyramid down to what we need the most, which are, of course, fruits and veggies.
Right.
We should have our basic diet should be fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Vegetables, definitely.
Yeah, because fruits have a lot of sugar as well.
They do have sugar, and it's natural sugar, but it's still sugar.
I've been learning that lately.
I know, it's really interesting.
So the top 10 are...
Well, the top 10, the best foods that you can have, and we'll show a visual for that to the audience, is that we have, well, you know what, I'm just going to share 5 of these right now.
Okay.
We'll get into more detail during the women's event.
Great.
So we have wild salmon, of course, because it's got the omega-3s in it, which we need those healthy fats. The healthy fats are really good for us. Kelp, extra virgin olive oil, your cruciferous vegetables are the best, which come from the cabbage family, your broccolis, your Brussels sprouts, kale,
Love kale.
and cauliflower. I know kale's great, and it's a lot of vitamins in kale.
Yeah.
Blueberries are great for you, and then definitely some of the others, turmeric, ginger, and garlic are wonderful. And again, we'll get into more detail at the women's
Green
event.
tea and sweet potato, love it. And so these on the left are the worst, I assume.
Yes,
So refined sugar, white sugar,
the other white drug.
the other white drug.
Yes.
Common cooking oils,
Which include
corn, cottonseed,
yes,
okay. Trans fats, you hear that all the time. Dairy, red processed meat, refined grains.
then that gets into the gluten-free, which is a big deal these days. We'll get into more detail of that, and it's a huge topic these days.
Food and artificial additives.
Of course, anything
And
processed. Yes, and that's why when we come down, if we look at the plate here for the audience, we've got a really nice plate of Greek yogurt,
Yum.
rice, and tomatoes.
This is my favorite.
I love tomatoes too.
So why do you have these? I know white rice is really processed.
White rice is definitely the worst kind because of the processing. Anything that's processed, you want to stay as natural as possible. Rice is acidic, and if you're going to eat rice, you want to stick to the brown rice. But it's still acidic.
Isn't that funny? Because you just shared with me that tomatoes are alkaline based.
They are.
And white rice is acidic.
Yes.
And you would think the opposite just because of flavor.
Exactly. And the thing with tomatoes is that you think of them as being acid, but they're actually alkaline.
I know that's great because I eat a lot of tomatoes. I love tomatoes.
It is. I hope these people can see this. If you can't, so we've got a plate of tomatoes. So the tomatoes, basically, the reason I bring these on is they are alkaline, but people have allergies to them.
Right.
So that's the one thing. If you, as far as allergies go, if you have allergies, it doesn't matter if it's alkaline or acidic. You're going to create an inflammatory response because your body's trying to fight whatever it feels is a foreign substance in the body.
Okay.
And then I also bring in Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is great because it is alkaline without, if you get plain Greek yogurt. The reason I bring in the yogurt is because it can be very acidic because there's usually a lot of sugar in it.
So this is vanilla.
That's not good.
Okay. So I should have stuck with the plain.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, plain yogurt is alkaline. So, and it's got the acidophilus in it, which is great for the digestive system. And again, we'll get into more detail at the women's event. But these are, I just wanted to give you some visuals of some things that are, people don't really understand the alkaline and acidic food list and how it can affect this.
And some of our speakers are going to be speaking more on this, on inflammation, right?
Yes, Katherine Johnson, she's Silk Thermal Imaging. She has a whole, that's her whole topic is inflammation. So we'll get into much more detail with that. But it's, I think it's just educating people on the process of how chronic inflammation can affect our health.
I'm really looking forward to that segment in our event.
I know, it's going to be great. So, happy holidays.
Yeah,
Thanks so much
holidays.
for coming today. Thanks, you guys. You guys have a great holiday and be looking for the next, who knows what the next one will be.
Only you guys can direct us, so send us your input.
All right, thanks.